Hey, my beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, Supreme Medium Diviner. Y'all, I am doing a video today to let you guys know about the blood moon with the lunar eclipse that we just had early this morning, and it ended around 6 o'clock a.m. I decided to do an experiment. I have done moon magic before, rituals, whatever you want to call it, on like a lower level. Like I know like moon water is great. I know you can set your intentions, but this time I wanted to do something on a bigger scale. I needed to know if the blood moon is all that is hyped up to be. I needed some serious work. So I needed that blood moon to do what it was supposed to do, and I wanted to try it. And so in this video, I'm going to tell y'all my real life experience. I was y'all's guinea pig, but hey, it could have been somebody else who's already done this. But this is my first time working with the moon on this scale. And I love the moon and I love the sun. But this right here, like I'm in love with the moon. Okay. Just want to let you guys know that. The reason why I did this is because I made a video on TikTok yesterday explaining about what needed to be done because I decided to channel on what's today, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday night. I wanted to channel to see what we as a whole would benefit if we decide to do the moon ritual, the blood moon ritual on the 14th today, what we would benefit it from. So when I did my video on TikTok, that's what that was focusing on. So I had to do a second part. I had to follow through. So I had to do it myself as well. And I had to follow through to see if the blood moon could deliver as it says it does. So we're going to get into that. This video right here is for my more spiritually advanced practitioners, people who can control their astral travel, people who know about energy work. Everybody can learn something from it. It's for educational purposes. But if you feel kind of lost, it might be because you just have not gotten there yet. So when you do get there, you can always circle back around to this video. And when you're ready to do moon magic in the way that I'm going to talk about it, you'll have something as a reference. Okay. So I do want to go ahead and put that out there. But before we get started, if you have not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell so you can be notified when I drop a video. If you feel compelled, go ahead and like, comment, and share. Please beware of the scammers. I do not have WhatsApp. You do have to go on my website to book. The website, the link to my website is in my bio if you want to book a service, okay? Or you can go to Google and just type in Supreme Medium Diviner. My website is one of the first ones that comes up, okay? Let's get into it. So, the blood moon is said to hold like a lot of power. Like a lot of people were talking about this in news outlets because it was a lunar eclipse, which is what makes the blood moon. It is a full moon and it's the worm moon. So don't get those confused. It's a blood moon because we had a lunar eclipse. That's when the earth stands in the way of the moon. I think I said that right. Like the shadow of the earth stands in the way of the moon and it turns it red, okay? All I can think of is the movie Spell with Loretta Devine and Amari Hardwick, and they was ready waiting on that blood moon. If you hadn't seen that movie, check it out. And she was talking about that blood moon. So I'm just like, you know what? I want to know about this blood moon. And the reason why she was doing it on the blood moon is, if you've seen the movie, they were trying to steal souls so they could live. So it's all about transformation, right? About transformation, emotions, releasing things. And yesterday when I spoke about it, when I did my channeling, I seen that we need to work on that masculine and that feminine energy, that yang and that yin, that right and that left, okay? And what I told you guys is that the masculine controls the feminine controls the masculine. But we have to know when those roles are going to take that presence, all right? When is the masculine going to control the feminine? When is the feminine supposed to control the masculine, okay? We have to know that. And the blood moon, from doing my research and also doing my channeling, when I asked it, what do we need, is good for that. So let's go ahead and talk about this second part. So I decided to do my moon magic. And for me, my struggles is my heart chakra and my sacral chakra, and I struggle with the masculine and the feminine, right? And I wanted to work on that. So that's what I decided to focus on. The same thing that I told y'all, I decided to focus on that as well for myself. So what I did was I wrote down in my moon journal last night before I laid down, right before the lunar eclipse happened around 2:20 something this morning. I wrote down everything that I needed for my heart chakra. I wrote down everything that I needed for my sacral chakra. Okay. So let me just give you a little background. I've been doing some energy work for a while with Reiki, right? My dad's a Reiki master. So we've been working a while on these two sides of me, right? My my right side of my heart chakra, that's my dominant side. That is like I always dominate with that, but people don't take it well. Let me just tell you that they don't take it well. So I always pull it back, right? I always pull it back. Also, my heart chakra is also that connects me to the spiritual realm. If you watched my live last Sunday, I spoke about that and how the soul and all that kind of stuff like that. So you know where I'm coming from for that. And I work in the spiritual realm. I work everywhere. So that connects me to that. So sometimes it's either I'm seeing a lot of green or I'm not seeing that much green. Typically, I see a lot of green, but the last time I had my Reiki session, which was like a month ago, my dad was like, that green, I can't see it that good. It's only there a little bit. And I know why. Because I've been leading with like my sacral, and my sacral chakra is the part of me that likes for me to kind of just like be like real nice and real, what's the word I'm looking for? Like very feminine, but like not like a strong feminine, like a passive feminine energy, if you can imagine that, right? But that's not, I've never operated that way. And when I say, don't get me wrong, I ain't trying to be like no man or nothing like that. It has nothing to do with that, okay? It's basically talking about the energies and how it like goes in with my personality. So even from like a child, I've never been a passive person. Like I really had to work hard on like my delivery and how I say things, because I don't mean nothing by it, but somebody else might take it a different. I'm very direct. I'm a very direct person. I cut to the chase. I don't do small talk. So I had to teach myself to do small talk. I had to teach myself to like say things in a way that like, people can like understand or feel like that, I'm not attacking them. Like I had this one lady one time, she was doing a class with me, and I get very passionate and I'm very serious about my work. And so she was telling me some things and she was like, why are you talking to me like that? I'm like, what do you mean? She was like, very business like. I said, because this is business. Like you booked me to teach you, and you're telling me your issue, and I'm letting you know what you need to do. I'm serious. I'm passionate. I'm serious about my shit. You know what I'm saying? So, she was cool, but she took it another way. So that's, if you can imagine, that's how I'm trying to like paint that picture, right? But it's just not me. I have to work to do that. So I had been trying to work really hard to do that, right? And I felt like it was working, but like that other side of me was like me screaming sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I decided last night, like I was saying, let's pull it back, Tammy. I decided last night to go ahead and just write everything down, right? Everything down, right? So let me keep this in mind. The heart the heart chakra has a masculine and feminine energy. Okay. Most of the chakras only have one energy, but the heart, they operate on both. So keep that in mind, right? All right. So I wrote everything down. And this is where it gets different. I wants to go to the blood moon. I wants to travel to the blood moon. I ain't writing it down and putting it in the windowsill and asking for the energy. I said, nah, we gonna go to where it said. I said, blood moon. I said, take me to the blood moon and do what I requested. Baby, the blood moon ain't no joke. The blood moon is living up to the hype. I am making this video for my advanced practitioners who want to do something on another level when it comes to moon magic, or even the ones who are just starting and just, doing something simple. The blood moon is real. The blood moon does every aspect attribute that it has about itself, what it says it's going to do. Now, here's the thing. It's intense, very intense. This is why I said this is for my advanced spiritual practitioners, workers, people who can go, who can travel to the cosmos, people who are in control of their astral travel, people who know how to balance their energy, people who understand energy work. If you know all that, go for it. If you do not, I advise you not to do this. Wait till you're comfortable and wait till you can get there. The reason why I'm saying that is because it's physical. It's very physical. It has to be physical in order for that spirit to do what it has to do. And also, the blood moon works with your subconscious, which is your soul. You understand what I'm saying? It's your soul. So remember what I told you about the soul. It can be lost, it can be taken, it can be destroyed. So if you're not strong enough, do not do a travel like this to the blood moon, because you can mess up some things. Okay? So let me tell you what happened to me. So I'm going to tell you what's on this blood moon. The blood moon literally looks like a place. Like, it's actually like it's a realm. It's real. So it's a place. I always thought the moon was just like something that was in the sky, like in the space. Like, it wasn't really like a place like the astral or anything like that. It is a place. So that lets me know that this is another, I consider it a realm, another realm, right? So the blood moon, or the moon period, is another realm. When I got there, it it looked familiar, like where we're at now, like on Earth, but I could tell it was different, right? My clock's going. Y'all, literally what I said I wanted, they were coming to do. Okay, I'm being vulnerable right now. I'm doing this so y'all can know how real this is, okay? That's how much I love y'all. I'm letting y'all in right now. I I did not realize that I had trauma, and the trauma is stored in hips, right? So when I got there, immediately it was my feminine self, and I seen, it felt like I was being attacked. It felt like I was being chased by people that were in, like, legal people, like police or whatever. I couldn't see them, but it was like these black things that looked like robots or whatever, like police cars, but it looked robotic, right? And I'm firing, I'm pew 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 pew. They pew pew pewing at me. They not touching me. Because I'm ducking and all that kind of stuff like that, and I'm not getting in. I'm like, dang, all that pew pewing, and I ain't hitting nobody. You know what I'm saying? I need to work on, my aim. So I'm like, whatever. I get in this car, whatever, and I start driving, and I pull up to this house, and I run into this house because I felt like I was safe there, right? And there was a woman on a couch. And I said, I'm finna sit right here beside this woman. Now, mind you, the woman, she represents my feminine side. She was smiling and everything, looking pretty, and I sat beside her. But I sat beside her. I was comfortable, but I knew I wasn't safe. I said, something's coming. I'm not safe, but I'm comfortable. Sure enough, this man comes around the corner. He has on this like green jogging suit, right? So automatically I know, okay, that's my heart chakra, right? My heart chakra is coming through, and green, and the masculine side of my heart chakra is coming through. Y'all, he pulled out his weapon, right? And I said, I know you ain't finna come and pew pew me. Yo, yes, he did. Guess where he hit me at? In my hip. Y'all, when that bullet went through my hip and I felt it through my body, and this ain't how I know it was real, because this ain't the first time I felt it, because I've channeled clients who have been pew-pewed, and when I channel what happened, I feel it when they get hit. So that's how I know, but that's another story, another time. I just want to, that's how I know. It hit, right? I said, I'm gone. I said, this is it. I'm gone. I'm gone. And I felt me separate. I felt my spirit literally separate from my physical body. And I could feel it, and I was going out. And I said, either you sit here or you get up. I got up. And y'all remember, if you watched my TikTok video, when I was telling y'all about that door, I got up. I went through the door. I went through the door, y'all. And I woke up here on the other side. When I woke up, when I say my heart was pounding, 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 pounding. That's why I say this is not for anybody who doesn't know about energy work. So I know how to calm myself down. I knew it was taking its course. um your heart's going to beat when you're coming back into your physical body, right? So I got my spirit back into my physical body. So I got up and I went through that door. Y'all remember what I said? That is something is either the masculine or the feminine, but what I was seeing, the masculine is stopping y'all from going through that door for everything that you work for. So basically what happened, right? The masculine, when I looked up what's stored in the hip, it's past trauma. In the part where he had on my left side, that feminine part, it's past trauma and things that you've been holding on to. And I'm just like, okay. And you're numb. Your emotions are numb. Very numb to your emotions. You don't want to feel anything, right? And I'm like, okay, I can see that. But I'm just like, dang, I said, I'm like, why you do that? Because I'm wanting like my feminine side to come through more. You know what I'm saying? So why the masculine, I want my feminine side to control myself more. Why, is the masculine coming through and taking me out, right? So I was confused about that. I'm like, okay. But the feeling I was feeling, I was like, this is how I usually like to feel, but I was fighting it because I was like, no, I'm supposed to be putting that down. You know what I'm saying? So I go back to sleep. I just going back to sleep, right? So here's the second part. I go back on the moon. So not only did the blood moon do what I asked, the blood moon showed me why it did it. Meaning it showed me where the trauma came from. Where it came from. So it's two parts. So I go back. I'm on I'm on here and I see somebody from high school. I see an ex. And I'm like, what? What's this about? Honey, this stems all the way back from when I was in school. Something I've been holding that long. And if y'all don't believe y'all can hold things that long, I've channeled people. And this stuff go way back. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. This stuff is serious. You understand? Serious. And what I saw rejection. But I saw me still trying to insert myself, right? Still trying to insert myself. When I tell you I didn't like school, I didn't like high school, I didn't make many friends. If I did make friends, it was a few. And one reason because people thought, oh, they always thought they wasn't gonna like me. They was always like, you look mean. This followed me from grade school all the way up until my early adulthood when I used to get jobs. I used to go on jobs and people used to be like, we didn't think we was gonna like you. I'm like, you never talk to me. Why? Because you look mean. I kid you not. That was the response that I used to get all the time. But guess what? I am mean. I am mean, but only when I need to be. But when I say what they were seeing though was like I'm a very like straightforward, confident, dominant person. And that bothers people. That bothers people, y'all. So I struggle with that. When I say I struggle with that, I'm talking about a little girl, even from a little girl elementary school, all the way up to my adulthood. But it was very like prevalent in my school time. So I'm guessing that's why I went back. It took me all the way back there so I could understand it. So, I used to have to like hide some of myself so I could be accepted, right? And so that's where the trauma came from. And that's where the trauma stayed right there. And it's still there. And so what that's telling me is the thing that's holding me back is still trying to dim my dominant side. And when I went back and I read what I wrote on my paper on my moon journal, I realized everything I wrote was the masculine side of my heart chakra and the part of me that's always been there. And I was just asking for it back. You understand what I'm saying? I was asking for it to shine. But the difference that I saw is that everything is about perception. You understand what I'm saying? It's about how you come across. So I just had to, instead of dimming it, I just needed to perfect it, like get better with it. You know what I'm saying? Mature in it. So, it could be, I don't want to say more pleasing to other people, but pleasing with myself. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that, okay, this is me. I'm my true authentic self. I'm not trying to hurt anybody or anything like that, but I'm very like real or whatever, right? So how I take that is like, you're not going to be for everybody. And you remember in my TikTok video yesterday, I said, everybody is not going to come with you. I wasn't just talking to y'all. I was talking to me, right? So that's when I was like, okay. So the part that so when I had my last Reiki session, and my dad was like, the green is kind of dim. He was like, I see it, but it's kind of dim. That's the part that I'm not supposed to be dimming. So guess what? That part of me that I've been trying to like, put back a little bit, she back, baby. She ain't never left, but I'm full force. Take me as I am. So here's the thing with my sacral chakra, right? The feminine part of me. Now, here's the thing. My daddy, he can always see that feminine part of me. He always sees her so clear. He knows about the woman, the masculine part of me over here because, he's my daddy, but he never really just sees her. I'm the only one who can see her, right? But I can see both, but I'm the only one who can see her. But my daddy can always see that sacral chakra that's represented by a woman. And he always says she's so pretty, just so pretty, right? So what I realized is my sacral chakra, that feminine part, I'm just supposed to be there. You understand what I'm saying? She has a job, but not to take over that dominant part of my heart chakra, which is the masculine one, right? My feminine part of my heart chakra is pretty much I got that intact. That's that I've never had a problem with that. So the moon, the it all worked out. And it worked great for me because I had already a month ago, like I said, I already started some energy work. And my daddy, we went to another level on the Reiki sessions, and it allowed me to go deep within my subconscious, my soul. So this tied in greatly. It came right on time. I was able to complete this energy work, and now I have a clear picture. Everything that I asked for, the moon did it. It did it. So this is why I did this video. I wanted you guys to know that the blood moon is one that we can keep on the books. We can keep it on the books, okay? The blood moon is going to do what you want. And the reason why I wanted to go there is because I wanted immediate change. So if you want immediate change, you're going to have to travel. You're going to have to travel to the moon, okay? You're going to have to travel. So all my practitioners who are wondering how can we get immediate change, or you're trying to work on your moon magic, it's going to take traveling, writing, and then traveling. So to get immediate results and that transformation to come through, and for you to get the clear picture, you're going to have to go there, okay? So let me see if I make sure I didn't leave. Oh yeah, how I know it worked is because, okay, let me go. Let me rewind. So this time last year, I started getting like a cold, right? And the cold lasts until like the cold part where I'm like coughing and stuff like that. That went away, but I kept having this like post nasal drip, and it lasted from March all the way until August of 2024. I could not get rid of it. I went to the doctor and everything, right? He was like, it's just postnatal drip. I had a session with my daddy around that time, around last summer. And he could see it. He could see it was like something stuck here. And when I could see my feminine side, the green on my heart chakra, she kept trying to pull something out her mouth, right? And I said, I can see it. What is it? So that let me know like my throat chakra was like a blockage, right? And the throat and the heart work together. No, the sacral and the throat, they go hand in hand. So if you have an issue with the sacral chakra, you're going to have an issue with the throat chakra. Okay. The sacral chakra, if it's unbalanced, the throat chakra is going to face issues too. All right. So again, that's when I was trying to like pull that part up or whatever. So my daddy did some work on me. And all of a sudden, I just had all this drainage. When I had all this drainage, I could see that side, that dominant side of me. She was very prevalent, right? And it all went away. Like for days, I was just draining, draining, draining. I said, Dad, I said, it's gone or whatever. I said, it worked or whatever. So I was feeling real good, real good, real good. So time goes by. Well, I guess I wasn't keeping that side of me dominant enough because guess what? I started getting like the cold symptoms again around the same time last year, this year. So it was like coming around again. So I guess it was like giving me a chance to can I correct it all the way this time? So sometimes things are in steps. So I didn't correct it all the way. So this time I corrected it all the way, and guess what? I've been draining all day, guys. My eyes have been watery. I've been feeling like emotional. And so I no longer have emotional numbness that's held in the part where I got hit at with the weapon. They killed that part of me, right? They killed that part of me. So I'm not suppressing anything. My nose has been draining. all that good stuff is coming out. It's coming out. I'm releasing. So that's how I know it worked. Okay, that's how I know it worked. So I feel really good. I'm glad I could be the guinea pig for y'all. Like I said, I don't know if anybody else has done this. I'm sure they have, but for me, it was the first time. This definitely upped my perspective on moon magic. I knew it worked, but I did a little bit, but now I'm finna be doing a lot of things. So, what should we learn from this video today? If you want immediate results with the moon, no matter what you're doing, we need to go there. Go there if you want immediate results, if you don't want to wait around. Okay. So, as always, y'all better put y'all thoughts in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about what I told you. Give me, if you practice anything during the lunar eclipse, during the blood moon, let me know. So we're going to have the next segment. We're going to have another live, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. Right now, I can dedicate to every other Sunday. We are going to get it on a weekly, but I have a lot on my plate. So right now I can dedicate to every other Sunday. Okay. So just to let you guys know, I haven't put up the notification yet. It's coming, but we do have another live scheduled, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. It's going to be like a continuation of what we went through this time I want to talk about the places we go, like purgatory, earthbound, Trump. If we're going to be like, torture, we're going to be talking about all of that. Okay. So again, let me know what you guys think, and I will be talking to you guys next time. Bye.